I'm just going to say this. Get ready because Texas is way more surprising and wilder than you could ever imagine. By the time we reach the final facts, you'll see exactly what I mean. 35. Texas is a powerhouse when it comes to energy. No other state in the US even comes close. With its massive oil reserves, vast wind farms, and thriving solar industry, Texas produces about a quarter of the nation's oil and nearly a third of its wind energy. If Texas were its own country, it would be one of the world's top 10 energy producers. Take a drive through West Texas and you'll witness something striking. Endless rows of wind turbines spinning beside oil rigs, both standing together like giants of the past and future. It's a fascinating blend of old and new energy. Pure Texan innovation. 34. Larger than many countries, Texas spans about 268,596 square miles. It's bigger than France, Germany, and even the entire United Kingdom. To drive from El Paso in the west to Texarkana in the east, you'd need nearly 12 hours without stopping. That's like making a round trip from New York City to Chicago. Even more impressive, the state offers every kind of landscape you can think of. Mountains, forests, deserts, beaches, and plains. It's a geographical feast that would make other states green with envy. Texans proudly say, "We have it all." And honestly, they've got a point. 33. Birthplace of the world's first rodeo. While many places boast of their cowboy legacy, the first official rodeo took place in Pecan, Texas in 1883. This event laid the foundation for what would grow into a billion-dollar sport and cultural phenomenon. Today, Texas hosts some of the largest rodeos in the world, including the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, which attracts over 2 million visitors every year. Even in the smallest towns, weekend rodeos are a staple, blending fierce competition with a celebration of frontier spirit. So when Texans say they were born to ride, it's more than just a phrase. It's part of their heritage. Be sure to subscribe and uncover hidden stories and fascinating facts about every U.S. state that no one else will share. 32. Weather so unpredictable it can snow and scorch in the same day. Few places have weather as dramatic as Texas. In a single day, you might wake up to a frost in Amarillo and find yourself driving through 100-degree heat by afternoon in Laredo. The sheer size of the state means it spans several climate zones, causing everything from hurricanes along the Gulf Coast to blizzards in the Panhandle. Back in February 1899, for instance, temperatures in the north plummeted to a record 23 degrees. Fast forward to today, and triple-digit summers have become the norm. Simply put, Mother Nature keeps Texas guessing. 31. The world's largest honky-tonk. If you want to dance in true Texan fashion, head to Billy Bob's Texas in Fort Worth, the largest honky-tonk on the planet. This massive country dance hall spans nearly 3 acres under one roof and can hold more than 6,000 boots stomping guests. It has hosted legends like Garth Brooks, Willie Nelson, and George Strait. There's even an indoor rodeo arena where real bulls are ridden while live bands play. It's more than a venue. It's a temple of Texas music and dance culture. No other place captures the spirit of country nightlife quite like it. 30. Deep in the Texas desert, near the quiet town of Marfa, a strange phenomenon captivates those who witness it. Glowing orbs that appear out of nowhere, drifting, merging, and zipping across the night sky. For over 100 years, the Marfa lights have baffled both scientists and locals alike. Some suggest they are nothing more than headlights reflecting off the horizon. Others propose they are atmospheric anomalies, or perhaps something far more mysterious. Despite numerous theories, no one has ever been able to confirm their true origin. This unresolved mystery continues to draw visitors from all over, making the Marfa lights one of Texas's most intriguing unsolved enigmas. 29. Dr. Pepper was born here. Long before Coca-Cola or Pepsi hit the market, there was Dr. Pepper. Created in 1885 in Waco, Texas by pharmacist Charles Alderton, this was the world's first major soft drink. Alderton blended 23 different flavors to craft something truly one of a kind, and Texans haven't looked back since. Today, Waco is home to the Dr. Pepper Museum, a bubbly homage to this iconic drink. And if you're in Texas, asking for a Coke might just get you asked, "You mean Dr. Pepper?" Here, it's not just a drink, it's a local legend. 28. A coastline that's longer than you think. Many forget that Texas has its own beaches, but its Gulf Coast stretches for about 367 miles. From the white sands of South Padre Island to the historic port of Galveston, the coastline offers something for surfers, sailors, and seafood enthusiasts alike. The warm Gulf waters are perfect nearly all year long, making it one of the most accessible and affordable seaside spots in the U.S. With its vast wetlands and barrier islands, the Texas coast is also a haven for birdwatchers, especially during migration season when millions of birds stop to rest on their journey south. 27. The city that builds on itself. Houston, the largest city in Texas, is growing at such a fast pace that it now covers more land than the entire state of Rhode Island. With over 2.3 million residents and no zoning laws, Houston's layout is a chaotic yet fascinating mix of towering skyscrapers, strip malls, and suburban ranch homes all blending together. The city's expansion is driven by its booming energy, healthcare, and tech sectors, along with a vibrant multicultural community that makes it one of the most diverse cities in America. You can sample cuisine from 100 different countries without ever leaving the city. 26. Texas runs its own power grid. Unlike every other state, Texas operates an independent electrical grid managed by ERCOT, the Electric Reliability Council of Texas. This system was created to keep the state's energy separate from federal regulations. While that independence comes with its advantages, it also presents unique challenges, such as the 2021 winter blackout that captured national attention. Still, the Texas grid stands as a symbol of the state's strong spirit of self-reliance, a core value that runs through its culture, economy, and politics. 25. The cat gave it its name. Texas gets its name from the Caddo word taisha, meaning friends or allies. Early Spanish explorers heard the word and began using a version of it to describe the region and its people. It's a fitting name for a state known for its warmth and sense of community. Despite its tough reputation, Texas remains one of the friendliest states in the country, where strangers wave from their trucks and small towns still greet you like family. 24. The largest ranch in the United States. In Texas, everything's bigger, including its ranches. The iconic King Ranch, located in South Texas, spans about 825,000 acres, which is bigger than the entire state of Rhode Island. Established in 1853, it's still one of the most productive ranches in the world. With tens of thousands of cattle and horses, the King Ranch's legacy is deeply embedded in Texas culture. Even Ford named a luxury version of its trucks after it. When people talk about ranch-sized in Texas, this is what they're referring to. 23. Tornado capital of the country. The northern part of Texas lies right in the heart of Tornado Alley, the region most vulnerable to twisters in the U.S. On average, Texas sees about 130 tornadoes a year, more than any other state. Towns like Wichita Falls and Lubbock have witnessed some of the most powerful storms on record, but despite the danger, Texans take it all in stride. Tornado drills are a regular part of life, storm shelters are everywhere, and local meteorologists are local celebrities. It's all just another chapter in life in the Lone Star State, where the weather is as intense as the landscape. 22. Home to the fastest road in America. For all the driving enthusiasts, Texas has the highest legal speed limit in the country. On a stretch of State Highway 130 between Austin and San Antonio, you can cruise at 85 mph legally. It's a dream come true for road trip lovers and a testament to Texas's vast open roads, where long drives are part of everyday life. Just make sure your tires and your nerves are up to the challenge, because in Texas, that speed limit is more of a suggestion than a hard limit. 21. Bluebonnets everywhere. Each spring, Texas turns into a stunning sea of blue as millions of wildflowers bloom across the landscape. The state flower, the bluebonnet, blankets hillsides, highways, and meadows in vibrant color. Both locals and visitors stop to snap photos in the fields of blue, making it a beloved seasonal tradition. These flowers typically reach their peak between March and April, and during that time, the Texas Hill Country becomes one of the most photographed spots in the U.S. It's nature's way of greeting spring with a cheerful howdy y'all. 20. The Texas State Fair is the largest in the country. Every fall, Dallas becomes a carnival paradise with the Texas State Fair, the biggest state fair in America. Spanning over 270 acres at Fair Park, it attracts more than 2 million visitors annually. From giant turkey legs and fried Oreos to pig races and live music, the fair showcases everything that makes Texas larger than life. And you can't miss Big Tex, the 55-foot-tall cowboy statue who welcomes everyone with his iconic greeting, "Howdy, folks." The fair is more than just an event. It's a tradition that's been going strong since 1886, celebrating Texas pride, food, and fun. 19. The tallest state capitol building in the U.S. Everything really is bigger in Texas, and that includes its government buildings, the Texas State Capitol in Austin stands taller than the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. by nearly 15 feet. Made of sunset red granite, the dome radiates a stunning glow at both dawn and dusk, making it one of the most photographed landmarks in the state. Inside, the rotunda features intricate murals, grand staircases, and perfect acoustics, whisper along one wall, and you'll hear it echo across the room. And unlike many state capitals, entry is free for visitors. Texans love to remind everyone that their state symbol of democracy doesn't just compete with DC, it surpasses it. 18. You can experience a real desert and a rainforest in the same state. Texas's diverse geography is so extreme that you can hike through a desert one day and explore a tropical jungle the next. Big Bend National Park on the western edge of the state offers sweeping desert views, cactus-covered mountains, and skies so clear they've earned the title of an international dark sky park. On the other hand, East Texas is home to the Big Thicket National Preserve, a humid, dense forest filled with bayous, wild orchids, and even carnivorous plants. Few places on Earth offer such contrasting ecosystems within one state. It's like traveling between two different continents without ever leaving Texas. 17. There's a town called Earth. Only in Texas can you drive through a place named Earth and leave with a smile. Yes, Earth, Texas is a real town. It's a small farming community in the Panhandle with a population of about 900. Founded in the 1920s, the name was chosen to honor the town's agricultural heritage and its deep connection to the land. Road trippers often stop just to snap a photo with the iconic Welcome to Earth sign. For a state that prides itself on its down-to-earth charm, this town's name is the perfect fit. 16. The world's largest parking lot is in Texas. If you've ever searched for a parking spot at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, you've felt the enormity of one of the largest parking lots on the planet. The airport spans nearly 27 square miles, larger than Manhattan, and has space for almost 40,000 cars. DFW isn't just huge, it's also one of the busiest airports in the world, with flights to over 250 destinations across the globe. Locals often joke that driving around the airport takes longer than flying from Dallas to Houston, and sometimes they're not far off. 15. The Cadillac Ranch art installation. Just outside Amarillo lies one of the most eccentric roadside attractions in America, Cadillac Ranch. 10 classic Cadillacs are buried nose first in the ground, their tail fins reaching up toward the sky. Created in 1974 by a group of artists called the Ant Farm, this installation honors both the peak and decline of Cadillac's heyday. Visitors are invited to bring spray paint and add their own touch, turning the display into a constantly evolving mural of neon graffiti. It's strange, it's iconic, and it's pure Texas. 14. The NASA Connection. Houston is known as Space City for a good reason. It's home to NASA's Johnson Space Center, where astronauts train, missions are managed, and the famous words, "Houston, we have a problem," were first heard. The center spans 1,600 acres and features mission control rooms, full-size spacecraft replicas, and even a shuttle carrier aircraft on display. Visitors can tour the Space Center Houston Museum, where they can touch moon rocks or view actual spacecraft. The city's deep connection to space exploration is so strong that even the local basketball team is called the Rockets. 13. A river you can float through the heart of a city. San Antonio's Riverwalk is one of the most scenic urban landscapes in America. The river winds through downtown, lined with cypress trees, stone bridges, restaurants, and vibrant lights that reflect off the water at night. You can take a leisurely stroll, enjoy a meal, or even hop on a guided boat ride along its 15 miles of canals. Originally constructed in the 1940s to manage flooding, it has grown into the centerpiece of San Antonio's tourism. It's rare to find a place where you can float through the middle of a city, but that's Texas ingenuity at work. 12. The only state with its own Pledge of Allegiance. Texans don't just pledge loyalty to the United States, they also have a special pledge to their own state flag. Recited in schools and public gatherings, it goes, "Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible." This tradition reflects the deep sense of pride Texans feel for their state. While other states express pride, Texas lives it as a daily practice. It's not arrogance, it's part of their cultural identity. 11. The largest bat colony in North America. Just outside San Antonio, Bracken Cave is home to over 15 million Mexican free-tailed bats, making it the largest bat colony in North America. Each summer evening, these bats emerge in massive swirling clouds that stretch across the sky like smoke. The sight draws tourists, scientists, and photographers from all over the world. But these bats are more than just a spectacle. They play a vital role, consuming thousands of tons of insects every night. It's one of nature's most breathtaking displays, and it takes place right in the heart of Texas. Before we dive into the 10 facts that back up what I've shared, make sure to subscribe and like the video to become a pro in American geography. 10. The state where barbecue is practically a religion. In Texas, barbecue isn't just food, it's a lifestyle, a cultural pillar, and in many ways, an art form. Every town, no matter how small, boasts its own local pitmaster, each safeguarding secret rubs, sauces, and smoking methods passed down through the years. Central Texas stands as the epicenter of this tradition, where brisket is slow-cooked for up to 18 hours, creating a rich, tender flavor that keeps BBQ lovers coming back time after time. Alongside brisket, you'll find classic sausages, juicy ribs, and simple yet essential sides like white bread, pickles, and onions rounding out the perfect meal. Towns like Lockhart, Luling, and Taylor have become destinations for barbecue enthusiasts from all over the world, drawing people who will travel hundreds of miles just for a taste. And yes, the debates over which spot reigns supreme are almost as heated as the smoke rising from a midday pit. 9. The official state sport isn't football. Surprise, it's rodeo. While Texas high school football may seem like a way of life from the stands, rodeo was officially named the state sport in 1997, recognizing the cowboy legacy that shaped the state's identity. Events like bull riding, calf roping, and barrel racing continue to draw crowds all over Texas, combining athleticism, showmanship, and a strong sense of grit. Even in the heart of the biggest cities, rodeo season remains a major cultural highlight. It's a reminder that despite all the urban growth, the cowboy spirit is still alive and well in the Lone Star State. 8. Texas has its own time capsule in space. A small piece of Texas is currently orbiting Earth, and it will remain out there for thousands of years. When NASA's Voyager spacecraft was launched in 1977, it carried with it sounds and images that represented human civilization, including a recording of a Texas thunderstorm. That rumbling thunder from the Lone Star skies is now drifting across the galaxy, part of humanity's message to the cosmos. It's poetic, almost as if the universe itself knows what Texas weather sounds like. 7. The largest dome stadium in the world for a time. Before modern stadiums started popping up around the globe, the Houston Astrodome stood as a groundbreaking feat of engineering and innovation. Opened in 1965, it was the first fully enclosed air-conditioned stadium, earning it the nickname the Eighth Wonder of the World. Its enormous dome stretched a remarkable 642 feet across, setting a world record and establishing the blueprint for future sports arenas. The Astrodome also introduced the game-changing concept of artificial turf, later known as AstroTurf, revolutionizing how stadiums handled playing surfaces. Over the years, it hosted an eclectic range of events, from exciting baseball and football games to concerts, rodeos, and even political rallies. Though it no longer serves as a main venue, the Astrodome remains a lasting symbol of Texas' ambition and ingenuity, proof of a time when Texans dared to dream. Bigger than anyone else and actually built it. 6. The San Jacinto Monument stands taller than the Washington Monument. When it comes to monuments, Texas doesn't do anything halfway. The San Jacinto Monument, located just outside Houston, reaches an impressive 567 feet, 15 feet taller than the famous Washington Monument. This towering structure honors the Battle of San Jacinto, one of the most defining moments in Texas's history, where the fight for independence was won. But even if you're not familiar with the historical significance, the monument itself is an unforgettable sight. At the top, a massive star, symbolizing the Lone Star of Texas, shines proudly, making it visible for miles in every direction. The monument's commanding presence is impossible to miss, dominating the landscape and adding to the grandeur of the region. Visitors can ride an elevator up to the observation deck, where they are treated to stunning panoramic views of the Gulf Plains stretching out beneath them, offering a rare look at one of Texas's most beautiful landscapes. Everything about the San Jacinto Monument screams Texas. It's bold, unapologetic, and as grand as the state itself. It's a place that reminds you that in Texas, everything is bigger, bolder, and proud to stand out. 5. Texas produces more cattle than any other state. If you've ever wondered where America's beef comes from, look no further than Texas. The state is home to over 13 million head of cattle, far outnumbering any other state in the U.S. From the flat plains of the Panhandle to the rolling hills of South Texas, massive ranches stretch across the land, producing everything from premium steaks to dairy products. While cattle drives may now be part of the history books, ranching remains a cornerstone of the Texas economy. It's a way of life deeply woven into the fabric of the state, with generations of Texans carrying on the traditions of raising cattle. The pride Texans take in their beef is evident in their culinary culture. Whether it's a perfectly grilled steak, a plate of savory barbecue, or a brisket taco, the connection to cattle runs deep. For Texans, beef isn't just food, it's part of their identity, a symbol of hard work, heritage, and a deep connection to the land. In a state where everything is bigger, it's no surprise that Texas leads the nation in cattle production, a true testament to the strength of its ranching legacy. 4. Home to the largest pecan grove in the world. Texas isn't just known for its cattle and oil, it's also a powerhouse when it comes to growing nuts, particularly pecans. The state leads the nation in pecan production, and the Thompson Pecan Orchard in San Saba is widely recognized as one of the largest pecan groves on the planet. Stretching across thousands of acres, these orchards produce enough pecans to supply both domestic markets and international exports. The state's deep connection to its pecan heritage is celebrated every year with festivals that highlight the nut in a variety of forms: pecan pies, pralines, and countless other treats. In fact, pecans have held the title of the official state tree nut since 1919, underscoring just how much pride Texans take in even the simplest of things. From the grove to the kitchen, pecans are more than just a snack. They're a symbol of Texas's agricultural might and cultural pride. Even something as small as a nut can embody the bold, larger-than-life spirit of the Lone Star State. 3. The Lone Star flag is older than you might think. Texas is home to one of the most iconic state flags in the country, the Lone Star flag. This simple yet powerful design, symbolizing Texas's independence and pride, is recognized around the world. While many believe it's a relatively recent creation, it was officially adopted in 1839, making it a symbol of the state that predates Texas's statehood in the United States. The flag's design is straightforward but striking: a single star on a blue vertical stripe, paired with horizontal white and red stripes. This star has represented the spirit of Texas long before it was even part of the Union. Its symbolism runs deep in Texas culture, from school logos to murals and even road signs. Every Texan knows this flag, and it serves as a constant reminder of the state's bold history, resilient spirit, and larger-than-life personality. The Lone Star flag is more than just a symbol. It's a reflection of Texas pride and the untamed, independent spirit that defines the state to this day. 2. Texas has its own tech hub, and it's known as the Alamo of Innovation. Austin, the state capital, isn't just the heart of politics, it's also a booming tech powerhouse. Dubbed Silicon Hills, Austin has become a major rival to Silicon Valley, with an explosion of tech startups and groundbreaking innovations emerging from the city. Major tech giants like Dell, IBM, Apple, and Google all have a significant presence in Austin, contributing to its reputation as a tech mecca. The city uniquely fuses the high-tech world with its vibrant live music scene, quirky coffee shops, and a fiercely independent culture that defines its spirit. Startups in Austin are pushing the boundaries, creating everything from cutting-edge software to new energy solutions that could shape the future. In many ways, Austin represents Texas's ability to innovate and lead, proving that the state isn't just about cowboy hats and barbecue, it's also at the forefront of technology and progress, blending the best of both worlds. It's a place where the future is being built, all while keeping that signature Texas pride. Everything really is bigger in Texas, and perhaps the most quintessentially Texan fact of all is that in this state, everything is grander in more ways than one. From the sheer size of the state itself, to the ambition that drives its people, from its massive festivals to its enormous ranches, Texas is all about going big. The cities here don't just sprawl, they dominate the landscape, sprawling over such vast distances that driving from one side to the other can feel like a journey across an entire country. Roads stretch endlessly through deserts, plains, and rolling hills, and the open skies seem to go on forever, giving Texans a sense of freedom that few other states can replicate. This sense of boundless space and possibility seeps into the way Texans live. There's an unmistakable confidence that radiates from the people here, a pride in their culture, their history, and their achievements. Whether it's the towering stadiums, the expansive ranches, or the world-famous barbecue traditions, the bigger is better mindset flows through every part of life. Festivals here draw millions from across the globe, musical events fill massive arenas, and local businesses constantly aim for greater heights. Even the state's natural wonders, from towering monuments to endless rivers and lush forests, reflect this incredible scale. Texas doesn't just talk about being the biggest or the best, it embodies it in everything it does. From its people to its landscapes, from its cuisine to its celebrations, Texas takes the idea of bigger and turns it into a way of life. Simply put, in Texas, bigger isn't just a saying, it's the foundation of everything. Texas is a land of extremes, surprises, and endless wonder. From the mysterious desert lights that flicker on the horizon to the sprawling ranches that seem to go on forever, Texas has a way of capturing the imagination. Whether it's the towering monuments or the colossal state fairs, the Lone Star State manages to weave together a rich tapestry of history, quirky charm, and forward-thinking innovation, all while remaining anything but small. Its vast energy production, diverse wildlife, urban growth, and cultural landmarks make it a place that continually astonishes. From sipping a cold Dr. Pepper in Waco, cruising along the San Antonio Riverwalk, to watching millions of bats spiral out of Bracken Cave, you're not just witnessing a piece of Texas. You're becoming part of the living, breathing story that stretches across the state. So when someone tells you that everything's bigger in Texas, you'll know it's not just a catchy phrase. It's a truth that's been built into the very fabric of this state. It's a way of life, an experience, and an adventure that spans the length and breadth of the state. From the vast plains of the Panhandle to the sandy shores of the Gulf Coast, from the arid deserts to the lush, verdant forests. With each new discovery, the more you come to understand that Texas isn't just another state on a map. It's a world unto itself, full of secrets, stories, and hidden wonders waiting for those brave enough to explore. The deeper you go, the more you realize. Texas doesn't just live up to its reputation, it exceeds it in ways you never expected. Now that you've learned these 35 fascinating facts about Texas, we want to hear from you. Which one stood out the most to you, or which one caught you by surprise? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to see which fact resonated the most with everyone and how many of us share the same favorite. And there's something else that many of us will likely agree on. You definitely won't want to miss the next video that's coming up on your screen. After all, we all love discovering and sharing intriguing facts, and that's exactly what this video is all about. But before you dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow and you won't miss out on any more exciting content.